Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is another amazing show. I have Alyssa like Melissa on the show. Alyssa Glutz. She's out of Arizona. She is an amazing mortgage lender. And we're going to be talking about real estate. We're going to talk about mortgage. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about where the do's and don'ts are. Basically, we're going to laugh our asses off and we're going to make bad, dirty jokes the entire time. But I would never offend a lady. So I will always keep it clean. I can't speak for Nick. Nick might go down a dirty hole, but we don't know what's going to happen.
You can't shock me. I've seen it all.
See, she already knows what's going on.
If they only heard our pre-show already,
I know.
they would. We should have recorded that.
I know. We feel so much cooler when we look cool, like this,
Yeah.
but no.
Exactly. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie and a beanie because I'm freezing my tail feathers off. But we're gonna light this thing up with amazing content. So you guys really need to stay tuned into kind of what Alyssa's gonna be talking about. But before we get to Alyssa, she's way better looking than both Nick and I put together on a good day. Nick Sakis, how are you, brother?
Yes, sir. So I think I might have gotten in trouble this morning. Not 100% sure yet, but I did a TikTok stitching the Buffalo Bills and a pretty controversial, like there's a conspiracy theory going around.
Actually,
like where's
saw that?
Where's
DeMar
Hamlin?
Your TikTok.
Yeah. So like, where is DeMar Hamlin? Like
where is he?
He gets resuscitated on the field. He goes back. All of a sudden, there's a tweet where he's like, "I'm back," and then he's suddenly at the game last weekend, but he's got a hoodie on. His face is covered. He's got security walking in and out, and nobody's actually seen a picture of him. Like he hasn't addressed the press. He hasn't gone to a team meeting, but he's supposedly perfectly fine. So like there's this big conspiracy theory around it. And I did a little stitch this morning, and I've been getting some interesting comments on it so far. So.
I love it. Alyssa, I know you're a big sports fan. Dive deep on this. Let's go.
I do know who that guy is. I do know all about that, but I don't know. Maybe he's with like Anne Hesh and stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe they're all somewhere hanging out. Everybody, you never know now. When I've been messing with Chat GPT, like it's going out of style, right?
Yeah,
and I am starting to think we are training these robots to think like us, act like us, talk like us. Like, but pretty soon I'm going to look in the mirror and realize I'm talking to my AI, not me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know where I went.
100%.
Yeah. You have some dancing lights in the background that are basically just mimicking you right now. I feel like it's
I gotta have the
artificial
sound. That's
intelligence
how
behind
vain I
you.
am. I've got to have sound activated by my voice.
Are you for real about that? Or are you
I
kidding?
am.
Yeah, look. Every time she talks, it lights up.
Holy shit, she's not kidding.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, that's pretty fucking awesome.
I
Let's
gotta
jump
entertain
into it.
myself. I don't date much, so
Hey, you got to fly him in. If someone told me.
I do. That's a good idea. I used to fly them in.
All right, let's jump into kind of being the credit boss in 2023. What are you seeing right now, Alyssa, for real estate agents and lenders to work together and really become a cohesive unit in regards to business productivity versus just kind of sitting around and just kind of doing the lone wolf style? What are you seeing right now?
Because it's scary. I'll definitely say that the first half of last year was so different from the second half of last year. So I felt like, I like most loan officers in this business were kind of contemplating. We had to go through this whole process of self-worth, of deciding whether or not we still wanted to stay in the business. And the nice thing to know is that it really was across the industry. So it wasn't you. But I do feel that I know for myself, this last few months, the way I've kind of pulled myself out of completely laying flat on the ground in October was to focus more on what is possible, like what opportunities are there. And just in that search, I've been able to connect with a lot of agents on different things that, we never had the need to go search down the road to find that VA, veterans can have 2 veteran VA loans. They can use their bonus entitlement and purchase another home. I know. On Housing Wire, we sat there going, Sarah's like, I didn't even know that. My husband and she's the editor-in-chief, Housing Wire. But those kind of things, sometimes you have those moments where I know for me, the VA bonus entitlement thing's been big. Obviously, cash out refinances have been pretty strong because they start out as somebody wanting to do a HELOC. But then once they see the fact that this rate, on the HELOC is going to be so much more, than what it would be if they just took cash out and paid off their first mortgage and got the cash. But, it's a hard thing to explain to, going over the interest rates and stuff. But I'm seeing more agents and lenders working together more than ever to help be resourceful to clients that maybe are there's a group of people out there that really had to kind of put things on hold when the interest rates went up. But now they're starting to see like a lot more affordable homes coming available. I know out here in Arizona, the amount of homes under 400,000 with like 3 bedrooms, single family home, it's doubled since this time last year. So a lot more possibilities, but I do think we have to stay on the side of being a practical optimist. Okay. Giving realistic steps and resources to our clients and helping them not give up. Okay. Like the vision of taking steps to get where they want. If they can't qualify with their debt ratio, how can we reduce the debt ratio? How can we increase the credit score, which brings down your insurance policy? And then, maybe we have to refinance your car first in order to get your debt ratio lower, but it has been more than ever like creative strategy wins,
I love that. And the thing that's so awesome about the way your mind works is that you're not conventional, you're non-conventional at the exact same time. And with your TikTok presence and with your ability to be a real human being out in the universe, you can speak truth to a lot of folks versus speaking business bullshit. And you can say, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. This ain't right. Like, let's go. Like, let's go this other direction. Like,
let's find a way. Yeah.
Let's find a way. Not let's just pretend that we're looking for something to get you into something. And like the double VA, that is astonishing for me. There's so many veterans out there. We have a lot of good friends of the show that are veterans, and I didn't know that. I'm not. I know, but I mean, imagine that.
There's a little calculation you do, and really, I did one for a guy last week that has had a home up in San Francisco, and he used his VA entitlement. We did the numbers, and we realized when it comes out to it, he has enough bonus entitlement to do no money down, up to about 400,000. Okay. So it wasn't, but once he found the house he liked and it was 650, we take 650 minus the 400.
He bought a house in San Francisco for $650,000.
A little bit outside. Like I think it's called Stockton or something.
Las Vegas.
That is a little bit outside San Francisco. And I'm like, would you buy a garage?
Show my way. But that's the thing. So, I got to ask you about something later, but I'll tell you. But the thing is what you do for the bonus entitlement is you figure out the calculation to how high they can go on the purchase price to not have a down payment. If it's over that amount, we just need to deduct that purchase price from the maximum purchase price they can go to and then multiply it by 25%. That's what their down payment will be. So it'll end up being less than 10% on a $1 million loan. You know what I mean? And not have that. Yeah, that's huge. And think about all the people out there that were veterans and foreclosed back in 08, 09. And they think, I can't use VA again. Oh, yes, you can. You have your bonus entitlement. Even if you screwed them, you get another chance.
But why do people not
know this? I don't know. Because we were so busy just being like order takers the last few years.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
So now you have to think about the conversations to get people interested, right?
Yeah, you do.
Selling again, kind of.
But that's a phenomenal piece of content that you can put out there today, ladies and gentlemen, and talk about this. Do your own research. Go out there and understand the pros and cons of this thing. Don't just take our words for it. But Alyssa, right now, if you guys are not following her on TikTok, you have to follow. I literally, she's like my crack when it comes to mortgage, because I listen to her and I watch her videos. Guys, this is not a fucking joke. She has 454,000, almost 455,000 followers with 4.5 million likes on what she's putting out there. So if you think she's full of shit, go fuck yourself. Stop watching me. But here's the reality. the information you're going to be able to get from people like her and like, you know, from Nick, and if Gene would ever show the fuck up, they would be a great fucking show. But you know, here's the thing: surround yourself with people who are intelligent, who are in tune with your marketplace. And I really want to kind of dive deeper on this, Alyssa. And you kind of view yourself as a big sister to a lot of folks that are out there, because you are a helping hand and you're out there bringing good to the universe. When it comes to mortgages and as a real estate agent, what's the one, if not three things that someone should put into their business right now with a knowledge base behind it that people can then grab hold of, kind of like what you've done with TikTok, right? You've brought a lot of knowledge to a lot of folks, thousands, hundreds, thousands, millions of people, right? What can someone do who's just baby brand new? What can Nick do today that would make him stand out and be relevant?
Okay, I'll give you 3 little tips. You go over to TikTok. Okay, number 1, you want to go use that the search button. Okay, and put in some relevant things, you know, that you're related to. Okay, so real estate. Maybe you put in a hashtag mortgage lender. But you start to see the content that's already on there. You start to get an idea of the videos that went viral. So I feel like there has to be, before you actually get on TikTok, you should spend a couple months really doing some prep work, commenting, engaging with a lot of the videos that if you were your own follower, you would be following, if that makes sense. I wake up most mornings going, what does she need to hear today? Because I've identified my market as a girl. I mean, it's a guy and a girl, although it's mostly women that follow me, let's be honest. But I always don't wake up kind of thinking like, what does she need to know today? What would empower her today? What would make her feel better today? What would make her laugh today? What would educate her? What would make her feel like not so alone? You know? So I think if you start with that perspective and you start engaging specifically on TikTok with different content that you imagine the same people would want to be following you. And then you need to start, like I said, watching, like take the time every day, put a clock on it to really watch and get an idea of what's out there. Okay. So then you go put it to practice. You start making a video every day. You're not posting it publicly. You're posting it privately. Okay. So when you go to hit post, you'll post only me.
Describe that. What's the difference?
So when you are making a TikTok on the bottom and you hit the little plus sign, it takes you to the TikTok recorder, video recorder. You make your video. When you hit, next, it's going to take you to the page where you put in whatever you want on the post and you want to tag people and you like, similar to the other platforms when you're just getting ready to post it. And when it near the bottom, it'll say like, do you want to post this to everyone or do you want to post this to only me? If you do only me, it goes into your little private library. Nobody sees it but you. Now, at any time, you can go over to the private videos and go, I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and change the privacy settings to everyone. And then it will suddenly be live. Okay. Now I don't suggest you do it that way. I suggest you download it and then you repost it. But the nice thing is that if you can just commit to nobody else seeing it, but you, okay, to, for 1 month, you do one every day. Then you have your best friend or your girlfriend or somebody who's critical of you. Look at all of the videos and kind of, you can usually look at yourself and go, what's the underlying theme? What's my go-to? What's my, you'll start to, it's a great personal development workshop because you start to realize, gosh, I just gravitate towards the most negative thing I can figure out about that subject. Or I tend to be somewhat optimist, or I tend to be, I like the funny stuff, or you're going to start seeing that like what your brain naturally goes to. And I think that's when you figure out, okay, if I'm going to be a realtor and I want to blow up in my city, I need the people in my city to find me. So I'm just going to be Greg in California. Your tag name needs to be very clear, not necessarily with real estate on it because TikToks don't they all like the realtors? So it's okay to be kind of incognito. They want to know. I know a lot of people who know me as credit. They don't know me as a loan officer. It's because I came into it differently. I got invited to a lot of stuff with loan officers sponsoring, and I was there because I wasn't a loan officer, So
But
it's kind of using
It's
your
my
way.
it's my biggest pet peeve. I've said that many times on this show about your user handle saying realtor or real estate agent, because if you went the flip side, it makes it you if you go in your own mind, like it feels like it makes sense. Everybody says, hand your business card, always talk about real estate.
Yep.
Anybody know looking to buy, sell, or invest? And all of a sudden, everybody had their profiles on social media with hashtag realtor or
Mhm.
whatever their handle was had realtor in it. Tampa Bay realtor, whatever.
Right.
Nobody wants to follow a realtor. You're a salesperson. The
Right.
main general public views you as a salesperson. Would you follow somebody who their tag was Nick, the car salesman?
Yeah.
Probably not, right?
Yeah.
So like think about it, Nick the insurance salesman. Like no other industry really does that but realtors.
Right.
So and TikTok is a personal platform. People want to get to know who you are
Yeah.
and what you do, and then as a byproduct of what you sell. But not just that, the other thing you said about having 30 days worth of video, that's brilliant.
I love
Been
that.
advising all my clients to do that for years, because if you're scared to do video,
Yeah.
then we're at a point now where you have to be good on video for video to convert. You can't just
have
turn
to,
on
yeah.
camera and mumble through a 3 to 5 minute, video and expect for people to follow you. It's got to be good. It's got to be crisp.
It's got to
And
be
if you're
original.
nervous, if
Yeah.
you have all those jitters and all that stuff, like forget about it. So doing the 30-day challenge is great because it lets you find your voice. It gives you some depth. You're not quite as nervous. You hit record and all of a sudden you forget what you're going to say. Like
Oh, totally.
you get rid of all that crap. And we all
Mhm.
go through it. Everybody, I've gone through it. It was 10 years ago, but I remember hitting record and remembering the first line I was going to say. I had on a piece of paper when I was doing video, and I remembered the first line, and then I'm staring at the camera and completely forgot what else I was going to say because I was so nervous about shooting video. But
I have
the
a funny
other
story.
part of that
I have
is
a funny story to dovetail on that, by the way.
the other part of that that's so great, that what you said too, to dovetail on that, is talking to one person. So when you wake up in the morning and you go, what is she need to hear today? What can empower her? Like
Mhm.
you're so crystal clear. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make on video, is they immediately turn on the camera and then have to go huge and broad
Right.
into this, like, oh my God, I'm speaking to everybody. When
Mhm.
in fact, the best thing you can do on camera, like I've had clients personally that couldn't shoot a video to save their life.
Mhm.
But during a video call with me, one-on-one Zoom, they're great. They pick up
Right.
their phone, they're having FaceTime with their daughter
Yeah.
and are awesome on video. I'm like, just pretend it's your daughter and that's it.
Mhm.
It's nobody else, right? But for whatever reason, we hit record and we think all of a sudden it's like 100,000 people watching us. It's not. If you speak to that one person, just pretend like you're talking to Alyssa, or
Mhm.
have that one avatar, that one person. Like that's brilliant. What does she need to hear today? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think.
I will
but
tell
then-
you one other little trick as a woman. I'm not gonna lie. I went in on TikTok in the beginning and put in the keyword filter. I was really nervous in the beginning on the comments that I would start getting nasty stuff that would.
Yeah, sure.
I thought my self-esteem was worse than it was. But I was reflecting on a girl in college. Like it really, you could tell me whatever now, and it really is not going to be the same. Like you could say I have zits and I'm fat, and it
Right.
just doesn't matter because But what I did, and I kept them on, is that I put in any word that would offend me. I put in there, and so if those
Really?
words come up in the filter, I get to review it first and allow it or not allow it. Real simple.
That's one of the biggest things I'd love to hear about that. You're so, for lack of a better word, genuine. I mean, you're there's zero fucks given when it comes to you. And
No.
that is what has brought me to bring you back on the show more and more and more and more, is because you're not trying to pretend to be something that you're not. And you're a beautiful, intelligent, creative, successful young lady.
She's like,
Yeah.
finally,
Amazing.
somebody said it. Jesus.
The fuck! God damn it! About time! Jesus!
You have no idea how single I am. No, but Greg, I agree. I love talking to you. I could do it every week.
But it's really interesting because I want to take this and I'm going to bring it back really quickly.
Mhm.
A lot of folks, how do I say this correctly? A lot of folks do not have your chutzpah, right? Like they don't value their worth.
Mhm.
So for somebody that maybe is not you, how do they blow up? How do they expand their visibility? How do they
Mhm.
make those business connections? Because you do it with such flair and such ease. Shut up. Let me fucking talk, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. God, I love her. That's why I can talk to her like that.
Well, I made 400 videos before one went off. So you got to remember, I did a lot of practice.
See?
Yeah.
But how, okay, you're talking to your 20-year-old self right now.
Mhm.
Male, female, I don't care which way you swing sexually, it does not matter. How do you go out there and become you
Mhm.
within 12 months? What would your advice be?
Okay, number one, it would be a sponge of observation. You know what I mean? Like I like you know, I started out in my career like working actually in stand up. Me not being a stand up, me watching. I'm not kidding. Thousands and thousands of comedians do 5 minutes a piece on stage every single night. Okay, after a while. Nothing really makes you laugh anymore. But the one thing about it is, I don't know, in a way, it kind of trained me to be more witty. I think with anything, it's just or find something that would be funny. That can get me in trouble too, as well. But it's okay. So somebody is coming in and they want to do this. You know, you can't. The thing is that no matter what, the only way you're ever going to really grow on TikTok is staying consistent. You will eventually break, but the whole thing is, it's like a tug of war because a lot of people they quit right before they're getting ready to really take off. I see that more than anything. I see people that just they just won't stay consistent with it. At the end of the day, if you can commit yourself to look, whether it's good or not, I'm just going to put it out there. You have to remember when I got on there was at the end of 2019. My father-in-law just died. I have 2 little kids, and I thought only the kiddos were on there. And so when I was on there, I was just kind of using it as like a gym in a way to work out, to create, be a better storyteller, knowing that I had to get the story down to a minute. Like, and I just decided to let it be like a sandbox, like a playground for me. And I thought nobody is ever going to see these videos anyway. So who cares? I'm just going to put it out there. Well, then once one hit, then I started getting much more focused on what my main niche was going to be, my main brand. I don't know if I would do it the way I did it. I think I would probably be the content is so valuable, but I always mess up the TikTok algorithm because I will end up doing something like kind of non-TikTok, which is changing up. I'll do a trend, or I'll do a dance, or I'll do something else that I feel kind of opens up a different side of my personality that's not just credit. And sometimes I feel like I throw myself off the algorithm, like on purpose. I think it's the Leo in me that just wants to make life hard. I don't know. But we just like, stop it. Anyway, so I do think that it's just like, it is, like I said, that personal, you have to kind of get in touch with yourself, because every single person has this unique voice, this unique perspective, this thing that's really memorable. And unless you ask yourself, you know, what makes me memorable? In all of my competition, if 20 loan officers walk in to Greg's office right now, I mean, besides me pulling open my chest, you know, what am I going to do to make him remember me? What am I going to say? What am I going to bring to this to make it to where they can't ignore me, you know? And I think that that's where you have to kind of go with it, because it doesn't have to follow what everybody else is doing. You'll notice on there, especially if you get used to kind of like watching it at night or whatever, you'll start to see that some people have, they have a style. So you've got to create, and you got to figure out what your style is going to be.
Yeah. You know, I did a thing, and Nick, I want to get your point of view on this as well.
I got a lot. Yeah.
Oh, I know you do. I see you boiling up over there like a tsunami. You know, I did for a while. I called it Mornings with McDaniel. And it was when I would do something inspirational. And Alyssa, back to your point in your mindset, is that I went out there and I use it. I used social media as my personal vlog. Like I could go out there and I could talk truth about what was really bothering me or what's going on in my life, and this is what's inspirational to me. This is something that I enjoyed having in my life, and people responded to that more than I could ever have expected. I mean, people would call me up, they'd text me like, dude, I couldn't watch your video this morning, but I watched it at lunch. Or, hey, I missed your last 2 videos, but I binge watched you for the last couple of days. And I'm like, it brought me to tears
I know.
because you just do not know the impact you have on people's lives at all. Just like Gene Volpe, just swooping in here.
Swooping in like
So-
Batman.
So many things. So did I just walk in on you crying?
Yes.
I think you
started
got a little
crying.
I
too-
do that to
Motherfuckers,
men.
stop
I
being
do
an
that.
asshole.
He's freezing right now, so maybe that's got something to do with it. But
Oh, I am not freezing.
You got to pay
I'm
that
just-
light bill, Greg McDaniel. They turn your heat off. Pay that light bill. Yeah,
Bitch,
I'm gonna-
I am paying my light bill.
I
God
know
damn
you
it.
are. I'm
They
teasing.
just won't fix it.
Listen, I want to say something real quick. I didn't know I missed this face as much as I did until I see her again. What's up, Color My Credit?
Oh shit.
What the?
Wrong button. Wrong button.
He's
Wrong
like,
button.
oh.
Sorry.
Alyssa Glutz.
Oh,
How are
I'm
you?
so happy to see you, Gene. I'm a
It's good
big
to
fan.
see you. But listen, goes both ways. I got news for you. Sorry, I didn't listen. You guys were. I didn't expect you to let me in right away. You know, I ran a little bit late on one of my meetings, and I thought
You
were
mean
gonna
like
make
30
me-
minutes late? You mean that kind of late? Okay.
Greg,
Okay, cool.
I got to explain this to you on air. Or do you want to do it behind the scenes?
No, we'll do it
Air,
right
hold
at the
on.
scenes.
we're zooming in. Let's hear it.
I want the dirty laundry.
Listen, when you're with people that pay your bills, you just sometimes it runs a little long. That's all.
Responsibilities.
That's all. That's all it is. You know how much I
Adulting.
love this show. This show is 90% of who I am as a person. So
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
his style. This is his style. You know where
Yeah.
you belong. And to what you said, Greg, it's the truth. Like there's nothing, I think, especially right now, I feel a real big emphasis on it's almost like a Jerry Maguire moment with my fish, you know, like let's get back to reconnecting with each other. Okay. Like when you have that tears, like that's I know that's not you putting on a show, like that's real stuff, because I know that feeling of it
Mhm.
feels like you want to cry when somebody writes me and says, like, I bought your book and I bought it for my daughter. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh.
Like you think about like, what more do you want in life? I can die now. I'm good, you know, whatever. And I hope you know that, because I have to read my eulogy at this thing this week. And I've been thinking about the dying thing all week. But I am
there's
really
so
happy
much
with
we're gonna
where I'm
talk on
at.
post
You
show
know,
on this one. Oh my God.
we could do a whole show on eulogy. Yeah.
But keep
Flash
going on
mob.
this because I
Anyway.
mean we have impact more than we know in regards to other people's lives. Nick and Gene have been hugely impactful in my life. Alyssa, you are becoming more and more impactful in my life,
You too. Mhm.
and it is something that we all discard as a aftermath, not an
Mhm.
effect of life. And
Yeah.
we say, well, you know, it was because of blah. Nah, motherfucker. Like
Mhm.
that human being had a massive impact in your life, and you can be that change. You can be that human being in the most boring of fucking conversations, aka real estate, aka mortgages, aka child raising, whatever the fuck it is. But if you bring value to somebody's life and you don't even know it, but when you do it and they take action, guess who the hero is? It's you, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Go out there and be the hero of somebody's life and just share, love, give, stop holding back.
Yeah.
Alyssa's done a phenomenal job of giving, and with a creative like spark that a lot of us don't have. That I'm speaking to Gene.
You gotta
on this
find
one.
it. You gotta find it. You gotta dig. But people do connect. It's sometimes it's the stuff that it's the video that I'm in my car, my hair's all clipped up, I've got no makeup on, but I can't wait. I can't wait to say this one thing and that I think is gonna help people. And that video goes viral. The one that I've put my eyelashes on, I've got my script, I'm ready to go, my 4th pair of eyelashes or whatever. And
Fourth pair?
I get one view. people don't connect with that. They connect with when you are authentically being who you are, and you really are trying to bring value to somebody with a resource, with something that they could turn around and enhance their life. That's what people connect to, you know?
Nope. He's
Oh,
on mute.
somebody's muted. The host is muted.
There he is.
There he is.
Nope.
still
Still
doesn't-
muted.
Still
doesn't know.
muted.
He has no
Here.
idea.
Nick, we should probably pretend like if
Yeah.
you were Greg, what is he actually saying right now?
Yeah.
He's saying, I really did pay my bill. I don't know why I'm so cold right now, but
Can he not
no,
hear us?
Alyssa, you said a couple of
I
things
think I'm gonna
that
shoot
I
you.
really.
I couldn't hurt you. I have my home warranty company calling me right now, and you're making fun of me. I'm like, God damn it, Nick.
So a couple of things you said, I absolutely love. The first one was you pretended like it was the gym, and that you did 400 videos before one even hit, right? And so I think that is one of the biggest lessons that anybody listening to this podcast right now needs to really internalize, which is giving value with zero expectation. It's a huge thing. It's an absolutely huge thing. And it's the thing that distinguishes the people who are really successful with video and the ones who aren't. If all you do is pitch, you're just the pitch guy, and it doesn't matter, or pitch girl, it doesn't matter how many videos you do, you're just the pitch guy with the realtor hashtag in your handle, right? Like, and immediately I know as soon as I see your face drop on my screen that it's just going to be another pitch, and I scroll through. The second
Calling
thing,
it in. Yep. Check off the list.
yeah,
Yep.
check off the list. The second thing was you talked about messing up the algorithm. And so what I want people to really like understand, because it's kind of like the pixie dust and magic fairy approach. People say algorithm. Nobody knows what it's a line of code. The algorithm is people. Okay.
That's so true.
So it doesn't matter. Like Alyssa said, well, sometimes I throw off the algorithm and I dance, and sometimes I do this, and sometimes I do this trend. Well, people are watching because doesn't matter that if you're getting the people to follow you, you can do the trends and you can do the other things because you are going to be viewed by more and more people naturally. That's what the algorithm is. It's just people watching you, nothing more, nothing less. So don't spend the next 6 months. Like, so Alyssa did say this too, which I will disagree with a little bit. Spending
How
6 months
dare you disagree with Alyssa?
doing research and
right.
like, right.
I'm a
spending
big,
all this
like,
time
sharpen
getting
the
ready
axe
to get
before the
ready,
cut.
right? So there's a lot of us to get ready. I'm a huge, I've got
Big
ready
action.
to got ready for years. Like it's just, I can speak to myself because I know. So the get ready thing is terrible. And the problem is you start thinking, then you start listening to podcasts and the TikTok gurus, and it's like, oh, use this trending sound, use this hashtag, only post at this time in the morning. All that shit doesn't matter. You need 400 videos for any of that stuff to matter. So if you haven't done 400 videos, then don't worry about trending sounds and hashtags and all this crap. You need to find your voice first. So find your voice, find your style, find your groove. One of the biggest TikTokers right now is the exact opposite of what everybody else thought you should be. His name is Keith. He's the food reviewer in Las Vegas.
Love that dude.
It's my favorite.
What?
Yeah.
He records
who's
with
this
his
guy?
cell phone.
Keith Lee.
He records with his cell phone with no microphone, sitting on his kid's Paw Patrol $5 Walmart chair in bad lighting with no subtitles, with no transitions. And he is selling out people's restaurants on his food reviews and he's monotone, by the way, too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
Like,
laugh.
every check
That's
every
the
box what
style
you're
of it.
not
That's what's
supposed
so
to do.
awesome. Yeah. All of it.
And that's what he does. And he's like one of the biggest TikTokers right now in 2023.
Yeah.
Wait,
But go back on his profile and see how many videos he did before he blew up. And I don't know if it was 400, but it was a lot,
There's a
Yeah.
lot.
right?
Okay, so what's his name?
Keith
Lee.
It's like Keith_Lee 25 or something.
If you even
225.
just
But if-
put in the search, Keith
But if
Lee,
you
yeah.
watch his content, like he was doing videos for himself.
Mhm.
Like Alyssa said, I do videos for this person that she's
Interesting.
created because she's got the muscle now.
Mhm.
But initially, you have to go to the gym, and you wouldn't sign up January 1st to a personal trainer and do 3 bicep curls and 10 squats, and all of a sudden you're in shape.
Mhm.
But we'll do 3 videos with trending sounds and 10 videos with hashtags that we think should go viral, and nothing happens, and then we stop doing video. It's the
Right.
craziest thing ever.
Right.
I relate it to
So-
weight
so-
loss, where like we have a bad meal and then all of a sudden we lose our diet for the rest of the week instead of just starting the
Totally.
next day. Like you wouldn't leave the house in the morning forgetting to brush your teeth and then not brush your teeth for the rest of the week
Yeah.
because you missed it one time. But we
Wait,
do that
so-
with business. We do that with our diet. We do that with all kinds of shit. With video now, like
It's called TikTok 75 hard.
there you go.
So is he a black guy with dreads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith
Okay,
_ Lee 125.
Dude, his numbers are through the
Out
roof.
of control. So Greg, he just partnered up. He was somehow got the attention and partnered up with Mr. Beast. They're going to do a food
Oh, he
review in
did?
Las Vegas together.
Oh shit! Well, those
Yeah.
two together, holy
Yep.
fuck! That like we're talking hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah.
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 So,
But how do you
listen,
get
let's-
Mr. Beast?
So wait, looking at him though, you can tell his style, everything.
It's
There
very
was
casual.
something that really people connected to. That it was
Yeah.
a very like direct, review. It was engaging enough, but that's the kind of stuff when you're studying it a little bit. You don't want to study. You're right, though. You don't want to study too much, Nick, because what I can do sometimes if I've got kind of writer's block or video block and I'm trying to kind of come up with an idea or something and I start watching too much, I start telling myself, you don't have anything to add. You don't
That's
do it
bullshit.
the way Graham does it on YouTube.
Right.
Like I start comparing.
Yeah,
and
don't watch Graham
yeah.
Stephen. You'll never do another video again because he spends 5 days creating one 20-minute video, and
It's
it's
so good,
fucking
though.
awesome.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
don't compare yourself to his channel. Yeah. So I don't put out nearly as much content as you, and I'm intending to be better at it now. I'm putting it in my schedule. But one thing that I do is I spend like a 30-minute time slot, and I favorite a lot of things. So when it's time, so like at night before I go to sleep or whatever, the kids are in bed, like I'll be on TikTok, and I'm on there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm favoriting videos that I want to replicate or that I like the content or whatever, so that when it's time to film the next day,
Yeah.
I just go into my favorite videos, and then now I
Yeah.
can see the example right there, right?
I do have a little list I'll share with you guys after this is over of kind of my to-do list if I am in a scrolling mode where I'm just chilling, I'm sitting in my massage chair or something and I'm scrolling. There's kind of like almost like it's like doing laundry, like separating the whites, the colors. It's like I go, okay, that one's going to be in this folder. And that's going to be the trending sound. Okay, here's a comment. I'm going to save it in my favorites because I'm going to want to respond to that comment with a video with the comment in the section. A lot of people don't know you can favorite the comments in your videos too, so that you can go back to them. But a lot of the stuff that when I get ready to film, it's all prepped already in all my little places.
I have so many questions for you. It's not even fucking funny. In our pre-show, we were talking about you referenced yourself as a rent a sister, right? So how can people go out there, get a hold of you and rent a sister to kind of understand this? Because I mean, I'm sitting here with three incredibly intelligent human beings, but I am taking notes. So that's not a joke. On our
We
show.
love we're sponges. A lot of people that need to have that
So
they
much
know more than you think. They know more than they think. But if they could have a conversation with somebody like an older sister who's been down the road, who has their best interests in heart, doesn't have a financial agenda to try to sign them up for some subscription or shit. It's more about you wanting to create you wanting to pass on something legacy purpose wise, to somebody that will enhance their life. And so anyways, I do have a couple little programs that you can go to Color My Credit. I've been doing for the last couple of years. Since TikTok got going, I started noticing, gosh, there's people all across the country that, I do mortgages in Arizona and California, but this woman in the Virgin Islands needs to buy a house and she needs me. Who else is going to help her? And I kind of started thinking in 2020, she doesn't have a sister or a mom that you can pay me $100, 30-minute call, rent a sister, and we can talk it out and strategize, right? $100. If you don't like it by the end, if you feel like you got nothing out of that, I'll give you your money back. It's not about the 100. It's about you stepping up for yourself. Something changes when you invest in yourself.
Yep.
And
You pay
I just
attention.
felt like people really paid attention and were effective.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to take that from them or enable them. So I do that. But then I have a second one that is actually that 30-minute one I actually call Credit Lifeline on my website. more of like, I'm calling a lifeline. I got 30 minutes. I got questions. The Rent a Sister is a 30-minute coaching program. It's $297 or it's $397 if it's a couple. And what I do is I review your 3 credit reports. I write a 1-page plan of exactly what you need to pay, what you better not touch, like a collection or charge. If you want to buy a house in 6 months, you better not go pay everything and screw yourself all up. Like,
But
it's a very direction oriented
that's
step by step.
such a great point of view right there, because a lot of people think like, well, if I pay everything off, then I'm good. You're
No.
like, no, motherfucker.
No.
You're, no.
You retired your whole team, and how are they going to win the Super Bowl again? You don't have a
Oh.
team. They're
Because
all
Gene
gone.
Volpe's there. He's bald.
Yeah.
The credit game.
The credit
Gene
game.
literally just cocked his head like, what? Wait, what?
Like a curious dog, huh?
Huh? But I mean, but that's the point, though. I mean, I make jokes a lot. I mean, everybody knows that. But the fact is that Alyssa's giving incredibly good information that a lot of folks think is not relevant, but it is relevant to your life. We got a wrap right now. So, Alyssa, what I want you to do is I want you to give everybody the information on how to get a hold of you, how to follow you, how to be a part of your life.
Yeah.
Just get in your ecosystem.
Yeah.
When it comes to business, and just becoming a friend of yours
would
and
be
maybe helping each other out. So,
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Literally, if you just remember Color My Credit, okay, and you Google, you'll find I'm on podcasts. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, obviously, but on all of them, pretty much my handle is Color My Credit or Glutz Group or Alyssa Glutz. But you can find all of that like on my TikTok profile on the little link tree there, or just go to colormycredit.com.
All right, there it is.
Yeah.
Guys, go follow her. Believe me, I've been doing this for 24 years licensed.
You're the
I've been doing it
best.
for almost
Yeah.
35 years not licensed. Back when my dad recruited me to do open houses for him and do mailers, and the whole list goes down the drain. But she's one of the most entertaining, educational, and just fun people to hang out with and learn from. Follow her immediately. Color My Credit on TikTok. Alyssa Glutz, as GLUTZ. Follow her there everywhere. Nick Sakis, where can they find you?
I'm easy because it's just Nick Sakis.
Don't say that. We never say we're easy, man. Come on. All right.
Yeah, all the social media channels are Nick Sakis. I do not as much. I don't have 400,000 TikTok videos like Alyssa.
456,000. Thank you very much.
I'm aspiring to be a TikTok superstar, I guess, if you will. Because I get ready, and then if social media, let me put it this way. So I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm kind of an introvert. I was terrified to be a public speaker. And that's one of the reasons with my personality from the athletic background is that's what I went after. I knew that was a weakness. I knew I was terrified by it 10, 15 years ago, whatever. And so I went head at it. Like, how do I conquer this thing? That being said, it's not my natural instinct to just pick up the camera and go live. So you guys might think it is because I'm on here, but this is a trained muscle, right? This is not something that, and if it wasn't for business, I do this for business. Make no mistake. I'm not just a social butterfly kind of guy, right? If I didn't need to do this for business, I wouldn't be on here every single day. I wouldn't be posting every single day. So let that resonate with you. If you somehow view me as this person, or like you have to be this person that's a social butterfly, that is somebody who likes to post all the time. It's not inherent in my nature, but 90% of my business comes from social media, right? So take that to consideration and follow me, Nick Sakis. Thank you.
Well, with all of that, just follow Nick Sakis.
Yeah.
And he's not a social butterfly, so do you not get a response? It's okay. Gene Volpe, how they get a hold of you?
I mean, since we're putting it out there, I'm also an introvert and not
How
a social
the fuck do I
butterfly.
hang out with introverts?
I'm an adapted introvert. People don't believe it.
Do you know
What?
anything about me? If there's anything you could say 8 million things. Introvert isn't one of them.
What?
No.
I think I am. I don't go out at all anymore. I haven't gone on a date in a couple years. Like, I honestly,
I
stay in my
think a
house.
lot of people think you have to have that certain personality type to be a social butterfly to be successful online.
Yeah.
here's 4 people here that right now.
No,
Well, maybe
I'm
not
an
Greg. I don't know.
extrovert.
Greg's.
No. I can't put myself in that category. I thought you knew me enough to know that I was lying. I
Yeah.
am not an introvert. By
No,
Okay.
you're not.
All right.
a
No.
little stretch. No.
Yeah.
No, not a
So
little.
where do they find you then?
They're not going to find me. I'm hiding this week.
He's in
Go
the
to
basement.
genevolpe.com, guys.
Just go to the Phillies game. He'll be there. Or the
Yeah,
Eagles
he'll
this
be
week.
there.
Sorry, excuse
Yeah.
me. Eagles in the NFC Championship
Yeah,
game. I'll be there
Eagles.
this week. If you're
Oh,
down in
geez.
Philly I'll be there from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you are, I'll be one of the. Have you guys been watching these videos about the tailgates in Philly? I'll be one of
No,
those idiots.
no, what's going on?
Mm.
Yeah, go ahead and watch it. Well, they're
I'm-
showing you
I'm
what it
going to
looks
follow
like.
you. Yeah, closely.
Yeah, I'll be there. So if you guys are in the area and thinking about getting down to the game, I'll have extra cigars and extra beers. So just let me know.
I'm flying
Packet
in.
to whiz in his pocket to
100%
throw
yes.
at you.
Greg, you're
All
more
right,
than welcome. buddy.
Gentlemen, we have a job to end this show. I need 2 colors. Gene, what's your color for the bow in the show?
I'm going evergreen like Alyssa's shirt.
This is Jade, by the way.
Okay, I'm going jade like Alyssa's
Jade.
shirt.
You guys
Your
really know how to
name.
fuck up a fucking end of the show, don't you? All right. So we got Ever Jade,
No.
and then
okay, what's the new one?
she's the one that called the color on this one.
No, jade.
Nick,
I
what's your
said
color?
evergreen. She said jade, but you said everjade. I like that the best.
Ever Jade is very cool. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, we're
I
gonna.
do
That's
too.
a new color. Nobody
Listen,
knows
so
this.
I'm gonna piggyback on this. And I don't know if Gene did this on purpose or not, but he really dropped the fucking ball here. I'm going Eagles green, which is very similar to the jade color.
I
So
like
maybe that was intentional.
it. It wasn't.
The Bucks are out. I'm disgusted. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Spread the wings. And we're pulling for the Eagles. So
Go Birds.
Go- All right. I have no. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, Alyssa like Melissa, Alyssa Glutz, ladies and gentlemen, please go follow her and her pink sneakers.
That's what I was
With-
gonna say. That's my color. Skate Girl Vans pink.
Love
Nice.
it. Yep, love it.
Brand new Vans. I love them.
Skate Girl Pink.
not sponsored. They need to
Skate
be.
Girl
They need to be
Punk Pink.
sponsoring you. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Punk Pink. Skate Girls Punk Pink. Okay. I am not going to get that right on the outro, but we're going to have a hell of a lot of fun doing this. All right. Color my credit. Go follow her immediately on TikTok. Nick Sackis is bringing in the Ever Jade color that we're just making up right now. Then we have Eagles Green, Mr. Gene Volpe, and then we have the Skate Girl Punk Pink shoes,
Yes.
Vans,
Vans.
whatever it is. We love you guys to pieces. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Follow
Thanks,
and interact with everybody that you guys have seen up here today. We literally cannot do the show without you guys. So thank you. And until next time, peace out, ninjas. We gone.